In other news now, as we await the sentencing for State Senator Nicole Mitchell this morning, we are getting some more insight into her burglary trial. KARE 11's Lou Raguse spoke to an alternate juror and has more.
In your heart, do you think that you were leaning towards guilty or not guilty?
I guess I was leaning toward guilty. I know the defense attorney tried to paint her as a sympathetic, concerned stepdaughter for her stepmother. But there was just so much that to come up here at 4:45 in the morning, dressed in black, park your car a block away, break in. I just had trouble accepting that part of the story, the fact that she was so concerned. This was a welfare check. I had trouble with that.
A juror in the Nicole Mitchell trial who ended up not being able to deliberate because he was dismissed as an alternate says that he believes Mitchell's testimony was a story she had made up in order to try to beat her burglary charges.
I mean, like, I think it was the prosecutor said she had 15 months to prepare that story. And I think they went to great lengths to, portray her stepmother as being with dementia and so on and so forth. And like somebody said, Carol Mitchell was not on trial. Nicole was.
The juror says he felt pity for Carol Mitchell, Nicole's stepmom who's suffering from Alzheimer's. In her own testimony, Carol could not remember many of the basic details of the incident. But the juror says the body camera video rendered Carol's testimony less important to the case.
What stood out to you on the body camera video that they played in court?
The fact that she never, ever, and all the time she was in custody, ever said she was there to check on her stepmother. She said, I think 3 or 4 times, she was there to get mementos. I mean, she's caught red-handed. She's dressed in black. She never, ever said all the time she was in police custody that she was there to check. It was welfare. She was there to check on her stepmother. She never said that.
Right.
During the trial, the jurors were aware that Mitchell was a Democratic state senator.
Did politics come into your mind at all throughout the trial?
No. I mean, yes, she is a Democrat, and Detroit Lakes is pretty red. But no, I don't think her political affiliation had anything to do with the case. No.
Right. And, don't need to go into your personal politics or anything like that, but do you think that a Democrat sitting on the jury would find her guilty as well?
I'm a Democrat, and I probably would have. So yes.
Okay. When she testified, what was your impressions of her testimony?
In a way, she was a sympathetic figure, but at the end, it didn't warrant doing what she did. And I think if she was truly concerned, I mean, there are other ways to, have one of those aunts just drive down and check on her, or the Detroit Lakes Police or whatever. I mean, there are other ways to conduct a welfare check other than using a pry bar and going through an egress window.
After watching all the testimony and evidence, the juror was very disappointed he did not get to participate in deliberations. The result did not surprise him.
I guess at the end of the day, I felt that justice was served.
Well, that was some really interesting insight there from an alternate juror who, again, didn't get to vote on the verdict, but did sit through the entire trial, said he probably would have also found Senator Nicole Mitchell guilty. Of course, we're waiting to see what happens with a special election for her seat, which Governor Walz will have to call when she officially resigns, and it could change the balance of power in the Minnesota Senate.